Hello and welcome back to our Versus series. Hello, hello, hello. Today we are back to Canadian Highlander. We've got Hazel against Sammi. Hazel's playing Slop Depths and Sammy's playing Angry Green. And we have Kieran back. Hi Kieran.
Hello there.
Um, do you know these decks?
Yeah, I know the mono green deck. I've not played against the Absan Depths deck though.
Okay.
Mono green, basically, I'll quickly just go over the points.
Yep.
So it's got Soul Ring, Mana Vault, Mox Emerald, Natural Order, and Ancient Tomb. So it's trying to go super big mana wise or cheat something into play.
Nice. So that's
Uh,
all the points used on mana, basically.
yeah, and
Oh,
then
and natural order. Yeah.
Natural Order, yeah.
Cool. And then we've got Slop Depths, which is using Demonic Tutor, Mox Emerald, Strip Mine, Natural Order, and Tainted Pact.
Yeah, so I imagine this deck's going to try and cheat out a Dark Depths, a 2020, and in Canadian Highlander having 20 life, it's usually a one-hit kill, so it should be pretty much all in on the combo in this game. Let's go into game one. So
Hazel
turn
starts
one.
with the Thought Seeds, which is super painful because what we didn't see there is that Sammy had to
Oh,
mulligan down to 5.
and as far as 5 go, Soul Ring in the opening 5 is very nice, but that is now gone. So Murderous Gearhawk, 2 lands, and a Mana Dork there. It's
The
going to
one
be a
thing you
tough
don't
game, I
want to
imagine.
see when you've mulliganed down to 5 cards is a turn
It's
1
a,
Thought Seize.
yes, that is pretty brutal. And it looks like there's a prismatic ending coming straight for this Noble Hierarchs. Oh, no, we're going to go for a Troll instead. We're going to develop our mana. Got to imagine it's some sort of... Oh, it's a Spell land. So yeah, seeing the hand, no threat
Yeah,
on 3, so it can just take the turn to develop, I guess.
makes sense. I suppose Sammy plays this. I mean, there's not really much Sammy can do with this start, considering how awful that was. But the way that you play this deck is very different when you know what you're up against. I suspect. Like, if you know that Hazel's trying to assemble this land-based combo.
Yeah, so against this land-based combo, I imagine Sammy just wants to be very aggressive here. Like I say, the main point of the deck is to cheat in a big creature like a Primeval Titan, or Vorinclex, just a Voltborn Tyrant, just some of these huge creatures that will get the game over and done with pretty quickly.
Yeah,
Here we see Hazel still developing their mana.
I love the idea of just I want to play big green dumb stuff. I want to
Yes.
have the biggest creature on board. I want to hit you super hard, super fast. None of this, like assemble combo, super intricate spells. Nope. I'm just gonna smack you in the face.
I'll tell you, I've definitely been smacked in the face by a turn, like potentially turn 2 natural order, getting rid of one of the elves, cheating in something like a Tyrannix Rex, attacking, dealing 4 poison counters, putting you on a real clock straight away. But here's that prismatic ending on the Raphaelos, so that is a loss of 2 mana, unfortunately, because that would have been Verdurous Gearhawk being able to be cast. Another mana dork played here, and I imagine the land. Is there one more land that we know of, or was it just 2 lands? Just 2
It was
lands.
just two, but mono green doing mono green things and attacking with mana dorks.
Yep.
Love it.
Plan B, basically. If you can't use them to cast something big, you use them to smack down.
Look, it's one of your
And
favourite
here,
cards.
this is one of my favourite cards, Malevolent Rumble. Definitely enjoying the green impulses that Wizards keeps printing. That is slightly better than impulse because it puts them in the bin.
What's the Bloomberg variant of this one called again?
Cash grab.
That's the one.
Similar thing. Doesn't give you a spawn. Gives you a food if you have a squirrel out. So slightly worse, but it is also an instant speed, so it's more comparable to actual impulse.
I've seen you've been playing around with a standard deck with cash grabs in it recently.
Yeah. So I've been playing Insidious Roots combo in standard, and then in modern I play with Malevolent Rumble. So like I say, I'm a huge fan of these impulses in green. We see a fetch land here, Misty Rainforest, fetching up a Bayou. So Hazel, like I say, perfect mana at this point.
Just setting up,
One-
right?
Yeah. See what's in hand. I see a Ramunap Excavator.
That's the one that allows you to play lands from your bin.
Yes, but we have got Knight of the Reliquary, which is really good because this, on its own, can tutor up both pieces of the combo.
Sacrifice a forest or plain, search your library for a land card. Any land card, put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle. Okay. So, yeah, Dark Depths. Sweet.
Yes, so Dark Depths, Thespian Stage. Probably start off with the Thespian Stage because that one actually taps for mana. But yeah, that is a threat, and if Sammi doesn't have removal here, it's going to be difficult. We do have a 4-mana spell being cast. Okay,
We
here
do
we
have
go.
a natural order.
Natural order when the opponent is tapped out.
So
This is fantastic.
considering you're so far behind, are you wanting to just apply maximum pressure here, or are you wanting to disrupt this combo? Which, okay, you called it.
Yeah.
All right.
As far as cards go, this one being cheated out into play is very difficult to deal with. It's got Trample, it's got Ward 4, and it's got Haste. So it comes down, smacks you straight away. And the Ward 4 means it's you can't target it. And
This
then it
is-
also has Toxic 4, so
Yeah, why not? Why not?
could just end up with a poison win.
I mean, considering Hazel's on 15, I think we'll just ignore the poison.
Yep. Saying that though, this Knight of the Reliquary could be quite big. But we do have the Exalted Trigger there, so getting in for 9. So as far as Morts to 5 go,
It's
and
pretty
only
sweet.
having 2 mana,
Yeah, drawing that natural order was big.
yes. And as we see now, Hazel just taking a second to reanalyze the board and actually figure out what to do, because I imagined they weren't imagining to potentially be facing lethal next turn.
No kidding.
So we are starting Knight of the Reliquary off. Sacrifice the plains. What land are we going to get?
So we've floated a white.
Yes.
Okay. So we suspect this is just Thespian Stage then.
So just scanning through the lands, I imagine. So there's no sort of glacial chasm or anything in there. So we
Interesting. Yep.
We are just getting the Thespian Stage. I believe we saw land drop already be played, so it's not going to be Thespian Stage Dark Depths this turn, right?
That's right. Yeah, this tap land came in this turn.
Okay. So I imagine Hazel's got something else in mind to keep them alive.
Ooh,
Wow.
the perfect like the only answer, even that one of the few answers that I can think of. And I've put this art up because why not? Look at that.
the new one from Bloomberg. Brilliant.
Yeah. That's brutal though, because Sammi was looking like she had it.
She was, but something to bear in mind is that Swords to Plowshares did give Sammi 8 life, which means this Dark Depths now isn't a one-hit kill.
Interesting. Okay, and we're still a couple of turns away from it.
Oh
no, because the Thespian Stage.
Yeah.
I suppose Hazel can get it now. Thespian Stage turns into a copy of it.
Yeah. Then you Legend Rule sack the Dark Depths with the 10 counters on it, leaving you with the copy of the Thespian Stage with 0 counters on it. And then the ability activates, allowing you to sacrifice that Dark Depths to cheat in a Merit Large. So there is a Merit Large potentially in Sammy's end step here, which is annoying because it means that there is also a blocker back. We're going for Stoneforge here. I guess the thing is you get to float the mana off the land you sacrifice, so you do get to cast a spell first here.
Yeah, it's
Shadow
pretty
Spear.
powerful.
Pretty brutal as well if that's being put on a Dark Depths. A 20-20, well, a 21-21 trample and lifelink.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
that hits. It doesn't even have to be for lethal, and that's probably just going to be it.
Yeah. So we need a big draw step from Sammi here. Love to see another huge haymaker hit the board. But only 4 mana available, no natural order to hand.
Bop. Perfect.
So that would usually be great as a blocker for Merit Large. But as we've just seen, there is a trample being added to Merit Large.
So without this Shadow Spear, Sammy's still looking favourite.
Yes. I don't know about that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you're still facing down a Merit Large. I suppose Sammi gets to block, then untap with 7 potential mana. So, as far as 7 drops go, what is there? Let's have a quick nose. Titan of Industry.
There's got to be plenty of things that can do something, some form of damage in a big green stompy deck.
Yeah.
All right, here it is.
Yeah, there we saw the Thespian stage copy of the Merit Large. This also makes the Knight of the Reliquary quite big now. I think that's at least 4 or 5 lands we've seen go into the bin. And here comes the Shadow Spear.
Yeesh.
There's that realization that the lifelink is going to probably put Hazel out of lethal threat range. And yeah, 7/7 Knight. So this unfortunately is a lethal attack. So there will have to be a block here. Okay, just a swim Merit Large. It takes 21. Goes down to 7.
That's quite the life swing.
Yes. So let's see what we draw off the top. Needs to be something good. We managed to keep the bop around, so we have 8 mana to untap with. That does not sound great.
No, Sammy's not happy with it, so it's probably not good enough.
Both players keeping their hands close to their chest here, so we can't actually see what's going on.
Yeah, because I can wild growth my forest. I can.
If that was the top deck, I definitely agree. That's not a very great one. And then it's the Verdur's Gearhawk we know about.
Just puts 4 counters
4+1+1
all over the place.
Yeah.
Doesn't help me. So we go to game 2.
Alright, that's game. And that's how Dark Depths Thespian stage works.
Yeah. Very good when you've got one creature that can tutor at both pieces. Unfortunately there, Sammi did not have the interaction to deal with it.
Does Sammi have like a world breaker or something to disrupt this in her deck? Do you know?
Looking through it, I don't see any.
Because we don't have strip mine in as part of the points.
There's no strip mine or wasteland here, so there's not really any land interaction.
Okay.
No, it doesn't look like it. Looks like it's all just in on the ramp
Okay,
strategy.
it's just ramp to big things, and if we get beat by something else, fair play. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna. The keen-eyed of you will notice that I've put a code on the screen. It's a pre-release code from Bloomborough. So if you didn't make it to a pre-release, then help yourself to this code for 6 boosters on Arena. But if you do take it, please comment on the video to say that it was redeemed, so that we don't have multiple people wasting their time entering a code. Enjoy.
So here we see Hazel taking a mulligan. Let's hope, for Sammy's sake, it's a mulligan down to 5 to try and even the game out a bit.
See if Sammi can hit Hazel with a turn 1 Thoughtseize as well.
Yes. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if Green eventually got a Thoughtseize effect. Like I was talking about earlier, they now have an impulse effect.
We're drawing cards now with, yeah.
Which, like I argue, it's better than impulse. It's impulse with a slight upside. Doesn't let you pick any card, but lets you pick a permanent, which is what you want to be doing in Green anyway.
And put
And
stuff
it
in
also,
your bin.
and also fills your yard, and also gives you a clue. Not a clue, sorry, a food if you've got a squirrel. Okay, that is a hand. So crop rotation, Alvis Mystic, Natural Order, Sentinel, Bop, or Birds of Paradise, and I think the last one is another land. So this is a scary hand. Is this also a multi-5?
It is a
also
multi-5.
Okay. So multi-5 looks like Hazel's kept 2 mana dorks.
Again, a pretty good start, a pretty good hand as a multi-5.
Yeah,
Oh, we're gonna have an Elvish Mystic off.
we are here, aren't we? So we got. There we go.
Love it.
I know who's I'd be more scared of.
Which one?
So,
The old art one or the normal?
The old artwork one looks cooler. So here we go.
1, 2, remind stone.
Oh.
So this is the thing with Sammy's deck. We're turn 2. We've passed the turn, and we're going to untap with 5 mana on the board. Potential to get that sip with an extra land, and then it's quite scary.
That is a lot of mana generation on the board right now.
So both players just filling the board up with mana. Oh, I see you've picked the new mystery booster 2. Deathrite Shaman there.
Do you like whiteboarded cards?
No.
Okay.
I don't mind them on lands that you're going to be fetching off your fetch lands, searching the deck quicker. But seeing it on a Deathrite Shaman, it doesn't look right to me.
That looks very strange to me, and I don't really know. I don't know who's going to want these whiteboarded cards from the mystery boosters, but
they'll be collectible. It's a bit like the Future Sight ones. The Future Sight border I do prefer.
Okay.
But I'm not a fan of the white border. But we'll see. I can definitely see people getting them to tilt their opponents.
It is tilting when people have got like matched basics and stuff like that. Drives me mad.
This green mythic, I remember it being absolute terrible time to play against this in Lost Caverns of Ixalan Limited.
100%. I had this in one of my pre-releases of LCI. It was pretty stupid.
Nice.
Natural
Order. I suppose Deathrite Shaman doesn't actually do anything without anything in the bin, right? So.
No, looking at Sammy's deck, it's all basic lands or like the Ancient Tomb. So no fetch lands here, so no fuel for the Deathrite Shaman.
Considering we know what Hazel's deck is trying to do, I suspect you're going to like this this creature choice.
Yes, prime time, ETB. You know those two lands you want? Yeah, just put them both into play.
Let's go and get them.
At the same time. And you know what? When I attack next turn, I'll get you 2 more lands as well. Just to Yeah, very, very busted card, prime time. Like I mentioned earlier, my deck in Modern currently is Amulet Titan, so I've played
I was like,
a lot with
because
Primeval Titan. It's one of my
like,
favourite
strip
green
mine and,
cards.
like, try and be irritating like that, but I can do that next time.
Hazel talking about it's almost like a shall I just really annoy you by getting strip mines considering you've just missed a land drop. But there's a lot of mana generation on the board anyway, so just go
Yeah.
combo.
Just go combo. Like you're not got a flyer there. Let's just go for the combo, put it into play, and say, deal with it. You got one turn to deal with it, otherwise I'm comboing off.
And then I am passing.
So here we go. Let's see what Sammy can do. Missed a land drop, but does still have access to 5 mana. I'm trying to think of what the best option is now, with both of them being in play. Looking through the list, I don't think there is actually an answer once they're in play.
Okay, I have time. I have some time.
I have one turn.
There is one more turn during which you
Yes.
are not getting hit by a 2020 flyer.
Assemble it and then turn to swing.
But saying that, there's still a 6/6 coming in that's going to be tutoring up 2 more lands, and yeah.
There is,
Makes life.
but if Hazel doesn't block the Oja, something scary could be coming in, cheating into play.
That's true. That is true.
There's no scary creatures in Sammy's deck. Be fine.
No, doesn't curve out at like 8 mana. Let's have a quick look. Yep. 9 permanents with mana value over 5.
Love it.
6 permanents of 6. 4 permanents of 7, and 2 of 8. So yeah. Looking at the mana curve, it's quite interesting. It goes up for 2, up for 1, up for 2. Big drop off at 3 and 4, and then all the way back up for 5, 6, 7, and 8.
The perfect ramp curve.
Yep. So getting Castle
We just
Garenbrig
crop
here.
rotation for a Castle Garenbrig. So this is where like you go and get a strip mine or something like that, and you're feeling pretty good, but it's not there.
Yeah, it's unfortunately not in this day. Even Wasteland, because Strip Mine's pointed, Wasteland being unpointed would be the ideal fetch.
Okay. Options.
Can we make out what that card is? Is that a Tolvar? One of the cards. You know,
I
the
thought I had good eyesight.
green Grave Titan. Yeah, it is Tolvar at the end back there. Like I said, green just seems to get every single card nowadays. If it's printed in another colour, green eventually gets it.
You say that, but that, like people have complained about green, specifically Commander players. I mean, I know that Commander players like to complain generally, but green has always been one of the strongest cards for Commander.
Yeah, I mean, I think Wizards takes it in turns. Like, what was it? Simic was pretty much unplayable for the longest of times, and now it got Uro, Oko, Nadu, just some busted cards.
You mean in constructed? Because Simic was always like one of the best for Commander, but for like constructed 1v1.
Yeah.
In fact,
And then
Simic's normally been quite weak in limited as well, hasn't it?
Yes, and I think there's the same is almost true for Boros now. With the cards in MH3, Boros got a huge influx of playable cards. So Wizards just takes it their time to go around and slowly power creep each archetype.
Interestingly, I was reading an article about the fact that limited they're specifically designing green to be stronger because they've recognised that green has been weaker in limited sets in the last few years. And we've definitely felt that with OTJ, MH3,
and Bloomborough.
and Bloomborough, yeah, for sure.
I don't think green is the best colour in Bloomborough, but it's definitely up there.
Yeah, if it's not, it's very close to being.
Yeah.
Speaking of Bloomborough, what's your Bloomborough limited record like, Kieran?
Oh, it's fantastic. Let's move on. Going back to the Canlander game, this is quite a good attack here. We're trying to put as much pressure on Hazel as we can. We're playing a hasty Ferox,
1,
swinging in for 10, and we're going to get a trigger.
5, 6. And I can put a creature and land onto the battlefield.
I would not pick the Godspan Hydra here. Would not advise that one.
So this.
Why not cheat in a Hydra?
Yeah, sounds great, doesn't it? Is that it's a Plukenos Reborn. It's got reach. Okay, so we now have a blocker for the Slop Depths.
Huzzah!
There is no Shadow Spear, so it doesn't have Trample this time, so it's not nearly as scary as it was last time. It also doesn't have that lifelink, so
We have a game.
yes, we do. Let's see what happens here. Fortunately, their hand isn't in. Can't see what they've got in hand, so
You're just gonna have to wait like the rest of us.
yeah, trying to imagine what their sort of line is. I don't know what they've got, but I imagine at some point this turn there will be an attack with this prime time. Like Hazel said last turn, getting a Caracas could be quite brutal to bounce this Pelucranos or this other god. Getting a strip mine to strip mine the land, so
Well, that's just finding a lethal route, right? Because if we can bounce the Pelucranos, then there's no reach creature.
yeah. So I've got to imagine the attack goes something like that. Intrigued, I don't know this other land that's in play, that one on the far left, this Lazatap Quarry. So here we go, let's see what we're going to grab here. If you are looking for a win, Caracas very good. Maybe you get a Surveil land to sort of set up your next turn. Could see getting a Shifting Woodlands to copy Prime Time if it potentially dies, or copy Dark Depths again to give you a second Merit Large if the first one's dealt with. So yeah, very, very good card this Prime Time to cheat into play early on for this Dark Depths deck.
Panic when realise that the lands you're looking for are not there.
Yep. Do you have that quick look where you look in your hands? Like, did I draw them? Are they in my graveyard? Okay, so we're getting the Triumph, so we've got perfect mana. And we're getting the Caracas to bounce the Pelucranos. So we are going to have to find another reach creature to keep this game going.
I know the triomes are quite polarizing. They're super powerful. Are you on Team Ikoria or Team SNC? Which ones do you like the most? Art-wise?
I love the Ikoria ones.
Yeah, same.
That's so nice. I really don't like what they did with the Streets of New Capenna ones, with the sort of mirrored image.
And just
with
like
the hideouts.
Yeah, I'm in a building or something, right?
Yeah.
They all were.
I mean, I love the artwork in Ikoria. It was a great set for that. Very reminiscent for me of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, so definitely enjoyed it.
Ah, sweet.
I guess it's that more cartoony look as opposed to ultra realism that most Magic cards have.
Speaking of cartoony, Sammi's playmat, very Eldrazi. Eldrazi cartoons. We haven't seen any Eldrazi in this green deck.
No, so I think previous iterations of it played all the big Eldrazi's, but
Okay.
Sammi has had to cut down on them too, because with the release of MH3, I think at that point there was like playing. I think she was playing all the Titans, and at that point you've got 9 Titans, and your mana cut base looks, your curve looks horrible. So they have been cut for the more efficient ones.
Fair enough.
I'm going to pay 6 and 2 life.
Oh,
Risk.
yeah.
I'm gonna respond by Swords to Plowshare.
Okay.
Yeesh.
Just always has the swords. So has the swords as the answer already. That's unfortunate. And here's the Bloomberg swords back.
Yep.
I don't know how I stayed in that.
Was that a response to me paying it?
Yes.
I could see you were a bit.
So it's before it activates.
Yeah, because then you get
Yeah, you've
less
activated
life,
it,
right?
the ability goes on the stack. I
Yeah.
respond
Yeah.
by Exile.
Yeah. So I remember doing that a lot in
That makes sense.
Mom drafts. With the ability on the stack, I'm going to cast my kill spell.
Yep.
11. I'll attack you for 11.
Before I would like to. That's being staged. Targeting Slop Depths.
I love the very mono green attitude to this as well. Like, I know what's coming here, but I'm still going to try to hit you for as much as I possibly can.
Yeah. You might forget. You might just take the 11 and we'll go to a game 3.
Maybe we forget to block.
And then I'm very dead.
So yeah, unfortunately, without any real main deck answers to this Start Depths combo,
That turns into a land.
How
DNA,
destructible
but-
is it? I guess it's
It's-
quite destructible, right?
I mean, it used to be quite hard to deal with, but now you've got land destruction. It is just a token, so there's a lot of exile effects in Magic now.
Can you just bounce it?
And yeah, you can also just bounce it, flicker it. There's quite a few answers to it. But unfortunately, most of those are being in white or blue.
Yeah.
Oh, we're just
You were trying
add.
to, you were trying to purchase you.
If you're going to flex, I'm going to flex too. Alright. And that'll be the game. Well, that's really cool. We've seen some very different decks there.
Yeah.
It's nice to see such a diverse meta at Canlander here in Nottingham. Thanks for joining us again. Bye.
Bye.